So easy to get into a fight and yet so difficult to resolve it, even between loved ones. Today I got into a disagreement with my husband over a difference of opinion, which often happens. And disagreements always cuts both ways like a double-edged sword. What led to it? Mere words coming out from our mouths misunderstood. The results? Bruised pride and ego. Room for resolve? No comment. I tried to clarify my words and actions, but my husband just kept quiet. As always. I got home in tears and tired, feeling like a ton of rocks fell on me. I went upstairs to my room, told the kids to go downstairs, and closed the door to cry some more. After the release, I just went to sleep. Now what did my husband do? When he got home, he kept much to himself. He left some instructions with our maid for meals and then quietly went out in his old banger to go fishing somewhere. Our youngest son called out to him, but he did not answer, just drove away. Does this sound familiar? Do women tend to react like me? Do men tend to react like my husband? It is so easy to get into a fight with a loved one, isn't it? And like most conflicts, it is so difficult to come out of it, to apologize. It is pointless for me to apologize as my husband will not listen. He always tells me that he needs time to come to terms. I have come to realize that it is always the thoughts or words that get in the way. When words come out wrong or gets misunderstood, it is so easy for the person, or his ego or pride, to get defensive. And the first action, or reaction in this case, is to attack or defend, depending on the situation. Often, we do not take the time to listen properly and respond positively. This leads me to the workplace, where professionalism is often called for. Professionalism is about taking a step back to think, rightly or wrongly. In reality, professionalism is about wearing masks. And ever so often, the mask becomes the person. Words have to be carefully crafted so that parties do not feel insulted over mere words, because as soon as parties feel insulted, they react just like politicians react. Words can do a lot of harm. Perhaps that is why the great teachers of the past chose not to say too much, because if too much is said, it is often misconstrued. However, as easy as it is misconstrued, the resolution is always there staring right back at us. That we must do our part to forgive, not necessarily to forget, as it is difficult to forget. And in forgiving, it is about being able to hold back the ego and apologize. Like Elton John's song, sorry seems to be the hardest word. Our pride always holds us back. Then it is war of words, or war of the nations, or war of the religions. Now I must take a step back to see how I could have avoided the conflict without the mask, how I can keep my balance and harmony by listening without being defensive, without making judgments, without jumping into conclusions. I have to continue my lesson to be aware of my thoughts and actions, lest I rouse negative emotions or hurt another person's feelings. I have to keep trying to channel out only love instead of animosity, which is created by the ego or pride. Now I must retreat and go back into my own true self, to God, for complete release of all the negative and replenish myself of love and light.